What have been some of the things you've learned on motivation of team side?
I think you just really need to learn people and like actually listen to them and care deeply about them. And I think that really drives it all. I think like in a using a corporate environment as an example, like there are some people who are very motivated by titles. There are some people who are very motivated by learning things and evolving and growth. And you have to first of all, like you have to go to bat for people sometimes. You have to be very direct with people sometimes. You have to like set expectations appropriately up front. So you're not saying, hey, you're going to be the CEO in 9 months, and then 9 months comes and they're deeply frustrated and they hate themselves. So um, it's like a lot of it is just trust. Like people know if I say something, I mean it, and I'm going to fight for it. And so sometimes I got to give them some love. Sometimes I got to give them some bad news and sandwich it in with some compliments or whatever. But I think it's everyone's a little bit different. You get to really know people, and then you show that you care and you stick to what you say. And I think people really appreciate that. And I've developed, a very loyal team, and uh, it's been it's been a great learning experience. These are relationships I'll keep the rest of my life.
I love it. I love it. Where do you think sort of like directionally the last 4 years have pretty much been all encompassed by short form video. Every platform's competing with one another. Instagram's still becoming more like TikTok. TikTok's trying to become more like Instagram. They're both slowly merging. It's so funny. Like Instagram is about to launch their trials for Reels to non-followers, and TikTok just launched the ability to post photos. They're diverging.
Yeah.
Um, where do you sort of see things going? And, if you had to sort of pick a medium today, if you were a creator starting out, what medium would you pick and what platform would you prioritize?
I would prioritize long form on YouTube personally, and I think obviously all platforms are now saturated. Like that's just the world we live in. There's not like one where I can say there's a huge hole or opportunity there. So I'm prioritizing where I think the greatest upside is, where I think the greatest engagement is, where I think the strongest communities are, and I think if you are on YouTube and you're creating great long form, it also lends itself well to short form. And sometimes you can clip the long form into short form immediately, and there's a nice like efficiency there. But I think for me, like that's the greatest upside. If you can master that, if you can really build a subscriber base and build that muscle for yourself, like the revenue is best there, or in my opinion, the stability of the platform is there, and you just really can connect with people in every niche. So that's my point of view. What do you think?
Oh, I agree. Yeah, 100%. It's like the old saying, like when you're going out in the winter, it's better to wear too many layers than too few, because you can always take layers off, but you can't put layers on that you don't have. It would be the same thing for, it's a lot easier to turn a long clip into a short clip than a short clip into a long clip.
That's a
I
good
mean,
analogy.
it's it's a very specific, unique skill. Not that many people can be entertaining on camera for 10, 15, 20 minutes. That's a very rare person. But uh if that's you, whew, you gotta go in there, because if you can, become successful again in a niche category with a, you know, big enough total addressable market, and if you get lucky and you're in one of those niches that have good CPMs too, I mean, you're gonna have a phenomenal business without doing just about anything else.